You're listening to the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast.
What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity ANC, and today you are checking out our official recap of WWE Monday Night Raw from May 12th, 2025, live in Louisville, Kentucky. What a great little applause there for Louisville, Kentucky for this episode of Monday Night Raw. Before we cover Raw, I want to thank all of our subscribers for subscribing to us, hitting that notification bell to stay reminded when new updates are created. I'm talking really fast here today, but we need more subscribers. We love making these videos and we love being fucking uncensored. And if you love being uncensored, let's grow the community and the channel. Right now, we have 800 subscribers. Let's make it bigger. Subscribe, tell your friends, tell your grandmothers, tell whoever the fuck can listen and can hear to check out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast, your number one source for all things pro wrestling in a very fucking uncensored take. And if you are someone like me, let's get down to business and cover WWE Monday Night Raw. So, Raw was a pretty decent episode. Not a lot happened. We just covered Backlash. We could check out in the archives. We're on the road to WWE Saturday night's main event, which will be taking place, if I'm correct, May 25th. So to get there, CM Punk comes out and he pays tribute to the legendary Sabu, who just passed away this past weekend. Sabu is known for being the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal, sadistic athlete in Extreme Championship Wrestling. He also competed in WCW and WWE, so rest in peace, definitely to Sabu. But CM Punk comes out. Punk's I'm pissed off, and all the dust has settled from WrestleMania. I got a lot of enemies, but the number one person I'm most pissed off at is me. This isn't the first time Paul Heyman stabbed me in the back. Almost 12 years ago, Paul Heyman smashed a ladder into my head and left me with stitches. Paul is a fat little snake. I'm mad at the Timu knockoff CM Punk Seth Rollins. We know how this ends. Paul Heyman, you know I can't wait to squeeze you till your eyeballs pop out. And that's when Paul Heyman comes out. Punk says, whatever words you choose, they will be your last. And then Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker join Paul Heyman on the stage. Rollins says, just when I think you can't get any more egotistical, you top yourself. Paul Heyman was your best friend. You made his life hell on the road to WrestleMania, and now you're gaslighting us that he betrayed you. He believed in you when no one else did. I believe you are a scum, and my belief was right. You stand there the reason I'm not world champion today. Punk says, you ain't gonna be champion as long as I'm on 2 feet. Rollins says, what's your deal? You love suffering? I get it. He loves to play victim and cry me a river. Poor CM Punk. You want to die a martyr? That can be arranged. And then Bron Breakker and and Seth Rollins attack CM Punk until Sami Zayn runs down to make the save. Seth Rollins grabs a chair, but then World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso runs out with chairs to even the odds, and Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins leave. So this was an okay promo, with the fact that CM Punk said, we're going to keep doing this until I'm still on 2 feet. We might get a last man standing match potentially down the road between Rollins and Punk. But right now, we're seeing sort of lines being formed here. You've got Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. You've got CM Punk, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn is definitely the wild card here. Is he really going to be representing CM Punk and Jey Uso? Or does he think it's smarter to go along with Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins? That question I will leave to you, the listeners. What do you think will happen? Will Sami Zayn screw over CM Punk and Jey Uso and join forces with Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker? Let me know in the comments. I personally don't know why he would do that, although I would like to see a heel turn from Sami Zayn. Our first match on the card, we have Chad Gable with Ivy Nile taking on Penta, and Dominic Mysterio defeated Penta at Backlash with some help from El Grande Americano. And I'm going to give a little cheer for that because Dominic Mysterio is definitely one of my favorite wrestlers right now, and I'm glad that he retained the championship there at Backlash. Before the match can start, Pat McAfee comes out. I hope you guys heard a gunshot there. Let me try again. I don't know if it happened or not, but if it didn't, I'm trying to give a gunshot noise. If it didn't do the gunshot noise, let's try a little bit of a kissing noise. There we go. I'm just trying. I have a new sound machine thing, and I'm trying all the different noises it's making. So just enjoy that, guys. So Pat McAfee comes out. I kind of wish that Pat was like injured from the beatdown he got from Gunther, but it was just a way to kind of have Gunther have a match. And I just did not understand the storyline. I felt that because Pat McAfee came out so quickly, it really did nothing for Gunther or Pat. But back to the match at hand, Penta and Chad Gable. Penta hits a code breaker for a two. Chad follows up with a moonsault, and Penta ends up hitting a Mexican destroyer. And Penta defeats Chad Gable here. We're definitely going to see Penta and El Grande Americano down the line. We know that Chad Gable is El Grande, but we're trying to wait and see when it will be revealed that it is Chad Gable. Hopefully sooner than later, but I do like this gimmick. I think it was Bad News Bear or Mike Cole said that. It was Mike Cole, I'm sorry, said that Chad Gable fights better as El Grande Americano than himself, which was pretty funny. We then see the Judgment Day backstage, and Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio tells Finn Balor that he almost cost him the Intercontinental Championship. Finn says, "You're still champion, and tonight I'm going to take care of AJ Styles just for you." We're definitely going to see Balor and Mysterio down the line, probably in the summer, but we're just getting seeds of Balor being upset with the Judgment Day here. Next up, the WWE World Tag Team Champions, the New Day, come out, and we have the War Raiders taking on American Made in this match. Basic tag team match between the two teams. Xavier Woods distracts Eric, and then Kofi hits Ivar on the top rope with a kick, and then American Made land the Brutus Ball, and American Made are now the number one contenders for New Day's tag team titles. That tag match will be very good. Both teams are great, and American Made are sexy and good in the ring. So let's give a little cheer for American Made. So moving right along, we are now going to talk about the promo that happened right before the tag match. Sami Zayn and CM Punk are sitting backstage. Punk tells Sami he has a hard time trusting anyone right now. Sami says they can't get anything done with those guys in our way. Let's team up and get them out of the way. So it was made official as Saturday night's main event. Sami Zayn and CM Punk teaming up against Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins, and this is giving old school 80s vibe with the heels teaming against the faces. So good stuff made for a Saturday night's main event. We then see Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker backstage, and Seth whispers something to Bron, telling him to do something. We don't know what he told Bron, but we'll find out eventually. Next up, World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso comes out. Jey says at Saturday night's main event, it's me and you, Logan Paul, face to face. After Saturday, I'll still be your world champion. And then Gunther comes out. Gunther says the unimaginable came true. Jey Uso, you are the world champion. But 80% of the time I've been in WWE, I've been a champion. So I understand. My opinion of you hasn't changed, though. Unlike me, you're not a natural champion. Since you run your mouth a lot, I'm surprised you didn't announce this. The winner of Logan Paul versus Jey Uso at Saturday night's main event will face me on the June 9th edition of Monday Night Raw for the World Championship. Jey says the same thing that happened at WrestleMania will happen again to you on Raw. So we now know Gunther will either face Logan Paul or Jey Uso. It's probably going to be Jay and Logan. I'm sorry, Jay and Gunther for the title. But I still think Logan and Jay is going to be a good match. And Gunther does deserve a rematch. He just lost the world championship. He defeated Pat McAfee. So I definitely think Gunther belongs in the title hunt again. Backstage, Ludwig Kaiser is getting interviewed, but we see Bron Breakker standing over Jey Uso, the world champion. Bron Breakker has destroyed Jey Uso backstage. Sammy and CM Punk then check on Jay, and it looks like Jay has been attacked, and that might have been what Seth Rollins whispered in Bron Breakker's ears. We then get Finn Balor with Carlito and JD McDonough taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles. The Judgment Day distracts AJ Styles, and both Balor and AJ land a clothesline to each other. AJ applies a calf crusher and then hits a Styles Clash for a 2. Balor hits 1918 for a 2 count. And then Penta shows up at ringside and attacks Judgment Day. AJ Styles lands a phenomenal forearm, and AJ Styles defeats Finn Balor here with some help from Penta. But the most important thing from this is that Finn Balor promised Dominic Mysterio that he would take out AJ Styles. However, Balor did not complete his mission here. So I feel like that's going to cause an issue between those two guys. And hopefully, Judgment Day does not. Well, hopefully, they do break up sooner than later. Next, we have my favorite, the man, Becky Lynch. She is now in the ring and she talks about her match against Lyra. She says Lyra was beaten on Saturday. One of us was taken to the hospital and the other went back to her bus and enjoyed champagne. After everything Lyra has done to me, I made her the best she could be. When the bell rang after the match, I heard an alarm. I was manipulated by all of you people. I walked away because you asked me to. I've always been for the people. For a year, I didn't have to listen to your lies. From now on, I am whatever you say I am. All those girls that were happy I was gone are going to realize what it's like to be held down by the man. And this is a great home promo by Becky. Lately, they've been calling her Becky Hogan, saying that she's keeping the competition down, but that is definitely not the case. However, Becky is now going to go into the storyline acting as if that's the way that she wants to keep women down. And I think this is a great storyline for her, and it's a great way to push the man gimmick heel more further. And I fucking love Becky Lynch. She can do no wrong. Next, we have a promo from Rusev talking about how he's going to destroy everybody. And we have our main event, Giulia and Roxanne Perez teaming up against Rhea Ripley and the world's women's champion, Io Sky. Rhea hits Roxanne Perez with a razor's edge early on. Io lands a missile dropkick to Giulia, and Roxanne hits a tornado DDT to Rhea Ripley. Uh, Io hits over the moonsault to Giulia for a 2. Giulia hits a super butterfly suplex to Io Sky for a 2 count. Roxanne accidentally cross-bodies her partner, Giulia, which leads to Rhea Ripley riptiding Giulia, and Rhea and Io get the victory after Rhea stares at that World Women's Championship. It's just down. It's just time to wait until we find out when Rhea is going to get that title back. Well, we've covered all of this edition of Raw. I went by pretty quick. The biggest outcomes from this is Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker taking on CM Punk and Sami Zayn at Saturday night's main event. Jey Uso versus Logan Paul at that event as well. We're also on the road to Money in the Bank. Those qualifying matches will start taking place next week on Raw. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell to keep hearing unfucking censored wrestling podcasts. We want to grow the channel right now. We have 800. Let's grow it. I want to keep getting more subscribers. Keep on subscribing. Stay safe and stay uncensored.